Some Clement, I see you in the chat, bro. How you doing? Howdy, howdy. Welcome everyone, welcome. Wait for some more people to hop on here.
Invincible.
Howdy, everyone. Howdy. Alrighty, we are all in it. We're ready to go. Alright, so well, we've already got 9 people. Good. So for all of you guys who don't know how Leadership Lab works, pretty easy stuff. Literally all you do is go in the chat, ask a question. It can be about combat leadership, general leadership, literally anything you want, and I'll answer it. That's what it's all about. The whole thing is fueled and catered to whatever it is you guys have to ask. So. Oh man, how do they do just be flying around? It's really, I live in EST for you guys who don't know, so I don't have any classes this morning, thankfully. So y'all better be thankful I'm doing this early. You have a question? All right, yeah, you can just ask it. Go for it, bro. Shoot your shot. Yeah, I'm gonna try and shoot to host an episode like this like once every week, like just like an earlier episode like this. I just think it's useful. I saw you in BH, you took the money in your hands and left. Listen, I tabbed in because I was like, I gotta join the server, and I saw I have money, so I just clicked and then grabbed whatever. I didn't even see how much it was. I literally clicked and just left. I also have joys to you, bro. Why does your PC lag in skirmishes? Your PC lags in skirmishes. I'm guessing probably like all these candy collides are off. I'm guessing you're probably, do you lag like, it depends, like do you lag like just yourself or do you lag there's a bunch of people? So if there's a bunch of people, like all like people with all the different weapon systems and stuff, make the server lag kind of bad sometimes. That's like anything. BH can be the same. But I mean, if you don't lag on BH, I don't see why you lag on here. This game should have less stuff going on, less people on it usually. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I can talk to the devs about it. There's a single hair on my screen. It's pissing me off. It's like crammed in between my monitor. Yo, with the chat. Was that how much it was? It was 20 bucks. I can't remember. 2011 PC, by the way. Okay, well then that would explain your problem. I recommend graphics setting 2. Let's see what graphics setting 2 looks like. I mean, you can still see really far, right? It's not really hindering anything. It's the shaders and stuff just look a little bit crappier. You can still see everything pretty clearly. It's not bad. I always have graphics setting 10. Yeah, I'm the same way. I like to have my shadows and stuff. I like everything looking more pretty. I actually run all my stuff on a gaming laptop because I'm at college, so you know how that stuff goes. Yeah, your PC's a problem as well. Yeah, Wi-Fi actually does make the game lag more. It's kind of surprising. As I say, anyone with like a higher end PC, it's like full settings, like multiple 100 frames. Yeah, no, I mean, like adjusting the graphics, there's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure that like you're better off lowering the graphics and having like more FPS and having high graphics and that. You know what I mean? Just way better off that way. I'll set it back to automatic just because I just have to have it that way. So we have 15 people. Wow, we have more people than I have US people that could tune in. Let's just go to the Raptors. So I'm trying to whip myself up. Okay, we have our first question. Which qualities does an officer need to be called a good officer in your opinion? And who in that case may be a good officer currently in service? Qualities of good officer. So there's numerous of them, but like I feel like in most like traditional, general, universal terms, what makes an officer is leadership. Like the difference between an officer and enlisted is that they're in a leadership position, correct? So, you know, having a firm understanding of it's not about knowing everything about the Continental Army, but knowing where to find everything. So like I might not know how to do some test or how to do something, but like if I know like where to look to find that information, then that makes an officer a good one. No one knows everything. It's just about knowing where to find everything. Someone who listens is just as much as they speak. A good officer never is someone who is very self-centered, very like not open to suggestion of like, any suggestions or critiques. That's never good. Activity goes a long way as well in CA. Like, you know, you could be a phenomenal officer but end up being shitty because if you're never on, well then you're not contributing anything. So, and being able to adapt and overcome. Like changes happen, things happen last minute. If you can't react to it quickly, change whatever it is you're doing, and adapt to changes and stuff, then you're not going to go very far as an officer. Especially if you're the person who's has to make change, like be willing to accept that change is inevitable. Like whatever your regiment is doing right now, be fully prepared for it to be completely different in the future. Just be ready. Things happen. Officer evals go blue. Yeah, I've like for that, a lot of people have been like, there's been a debate about the officer evals and stuff on the forum. I look at the forum pretty often, so if you guys ever post stuff on there, you'll usually see me like pop up and like, oh, Commander General needs you here. I try to be as unbiased with like the officer evaluations and stuff as possible. But like just with the way that like it all works, it's very difficult to do that. Like when you're evaluating an officer, there's going to be, unfortunately, like that's why I have like, the whole like time thing, because you can't argue with the number, right? It's that can't be. But like you could have a bias shown to someone with your demeanor, for example, like your happiness, like how happy you are, you present yourself as a person. That could be shown with bias. For example, you could look really good to your guys, but look really bad in front of me, and I'm like, oh, you're a shit squirrel. Or I could just not like you and give you a shit squirrel. You know what I mean? Like that's just how it's very difficult to avoid that kind of stuff if you're evaluating an officer. So I tried to make it as unbiased as I can. I believe the most important factor of an officer is technical learning. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, you want to get to know your guys. Because then, you know, if it establishes a more firm sense of respect and trust within your regiment and overall throughout the community. You know, like if you know somebody more personally, then you can cater to what they want, cater to what they enjoy. Can't be comment, Jules. Most things schools with fish yummy. He's got being a logging slave in school because you log away again. In that case, who's a good example of a good officer currently in service? Like, who are the good officers that we can make an example of? That's a good question. Trying to think of officers that like stand out to me like on the top of my head. That most of you guys would know. I don't get to like spend as much time as I like with most of the officers. That's mostly like regions and stuff. But obviously I'm gonna come off as biased, but I know Hayata, Colonel 7th, he's a good one. Clement, CO, he's good as well. He has a lot of experience. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna pull up the group. I'm gonna listen to the officers. Like, there's a lot of officers. Like, I have to keep track of all these fucking officers. Let's see. Good lieutenants. I see. Let me pull this up real quick. Bass is a good officer. Great Mount's a good officer. Nick's a good officer. Captains. Iron is, Southern is. Dusty is. Majestic, Matson. Majors, Duke Josh, Brian, Beach. Lieutenant Colonels, I like Billy, but Billy was HQ, so Billy is there. Zama's really good as well. Mark. And for COs, Emiker's good. Hayata, love Lemon. Clem's up there. You got Twonk up there too. Yeah, like we had like there like if you can like confidently like you can tell who's a good officer and who's not, like just off like how they act around you. Like if they don't demonstrate, like the first thing I look at when I think of officers, how you present yourself. Like if you come in like hop into training just to stop by and say what's going on, and you're like act like a deadbeat, act like a dick, well I'm like, oh fuck you, you're just stupid. You know what I mean? I don't wanna be that guy. I don't wanna be the guy who's like, you know, shitbagging around and making my whole group like look unwelcoming. At the end of the day, it is a game. Like if you're not finding enjoyment in it, then you have an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like this is how it works. Yeah, Nick. I'm his best skill. Yeah, that Luigi guy is quite biased when it comes to free cookies. Like I said, I really try my best not to, you know, like showing bias with everybody. It's difficult, and obviously, you know. Will I ever do a sleep stream? Hell no. I will say though, for all of you guys who are looking at the schedule, I'm guessing it's probably. Let me see what time I can put this shit at. It's probably late for you guys because I have classes that day. Let me take a look. I'm doing a fun little stream. Yeah, it's at 5, so you'll probably be able to do it. But if you guys, you know, aren't just too far of a time zone away from EST at 5 o'clock on this for upcoming Friday, so tomorrow, literally, I'm doing a working out with Luigi stream. So you guys are more than willing to tune by. We can all get physically fit together. A lot of people actually have been messaging about that, like, oh, like I know you're in the Army ROTC and everything, and you're gonna go into the military. Like, yeah, and they're like, well, you know stuff about working out. I'm like, I know a little bit. They're like, oh, well, could you teach me some stuff sometime? I'm like, hell yeah. So that'll be a weekly thing as well. Fucking the Cosmos, bro. It's easy when you're sleeping. It's easy. That would be cool to see his combat. Yeah, I get that. I was thinking about having some fun with you guys today as well. You know how at the end of the day I usually go on BH and like bunker hill and just like screw around. I might just like toss this like in a private server link for this. I'll end the stream. We can all hop into the VC and just like do a little IPR if you guys are down for that. We can spend from like when did I say I would end this shit at? Let's end at like what? Let me take a look. I said 10:30. Okay. You guys want to do that? You guys want to do that? Like 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock we can roll around. I can open the server up. Luigi, what kind of fitness will it be? Because I normally go to the gym. Would it mainly be endurance based, right? So I was gonna have a vote for that actually. I was gonna ask if like we wanted to do like a running thing, because I feel fully confident in like going to the rec center and like I'll put some headphones in. I could like stream me running on a treadmill. We can all run together or something. So we could do endurance stuff, but I'm also gonna vote for they want like strength, because I know a lot of exercises you can do without any weights. So like if I could teach you guys that, you didn't have to have any equipment, because some people are like, I don't have any equipment. I'm like, you don't need equipment to work out. You can easily do endurance stuff and strength. You can mix and match a little bit. I know some good stuff. It'll be all catered to what you guys are asking for. Yeah, for sure. How do you think the CA headquarters is doing? As of right now, of course, without the lack of a like permanent ADC. We have a temporary ADC as of right now. With the lack of a permanent ADC, like the OA is kind of in the stage of like we're gonna revise it very heavily. So ADC is the only part where I'm like a little bit like, okay, we'll have to find an ADC, which we will have a vote for, by the way, because I have been getting a lot of questions about that. Yeah, but in general, like the B-gens, like I've seen 3rd Brigade doing a bunch of stuff. I've seen 1st Brigade doing a bunch of stuff. Alex has sent me a bunch of cool photos of stuff that 2nd Brigade's been up to. So the B-gen staff, to my knowledge, have been performing quite well. My Major General, Mason Malavia, currently he's on a break right now until he's got 2 more days left until he's back. I love him a lot. He's a really good guy. He's a very good guy that can be my right hand man. A lot of people were kind of like, oh, how come you shied away from the 2 Major General system, like the 2 Major Generals and whatever? I mostly shied away from that because, like, with the way that it was like, structured, it made the rank be somewhat, I'm trying to read correctly, somewhat competitive in a way. So, like, with that being said, it created like there was a lot of butting heads and like confusion over like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, blah blah. So it made things very difficult for them to really delegate the power like evenly and be for distribute it. So I'm like, why not just have like the assistant, like my own assistant, be a major general, and then have the B-gens do the brigades, and the ADC does whatever. And they're like, I think you're right. I'm like, yeah, it's just easier that way. So Frey had accepted, like actually wanted to be moved out, and I moved Mason up. So Mason's with me now. He's doing great. I see it. He does a lot of work. He handles all the recommissions and everything. He makes sure that all of headquarters is doing stuff. I made an accountability system to ensure that all headquarters are actually getting their work done. So it's nice. I like it. I think HQ is doing quite well. Now it's just a matter of getting the regiments back on there. Some of the ones that are struggling right now back on their toes, which everyone's on the up and up to my knowledge right now, which is good news. We should do real life Helljacks. I'll do some real life Helljacks. You better look. Who did you steal? That guy that was in the back is my roommate, by the way. He's a good guy. He's a chill guy. Some guy on the B-gens for gens. I mean, like, what's the point in having 2 of them if like there's 3 brigades? Because then you have people fighting over which brigade they want. You know what I mean? Like it was in my opinion, having 2 MGens was a recipe for disaster. Also, is HQ picked by you yourself, or do we vote with HQ internally, or just a public vote for the entire DCA? So, generally speaking, the reason I believe HQ is doing so well is I'm the first like highest ranking general to actually run a democratic approach through headquarters. Like Platt tried it when he first took on the position, but it didn't work. He very quickly turned it. A lot of people go more dictatorship based, like okay, like it's my group, like I run the shit, I do how I want to do it. Which at the end of the day, I have the last word, of course, because being the highest ranking, I get to make the big shots. But I like to have a democratic approach throughout HQ. So like before making any decision, I'll throw HQ vote. If it's in like vast majority in favor, then of course I'm like, okay, whatever. And if they're a majority against, we'll have a discussion about it, and then we'll continue from there. And then people's votes change accordingly to that discussion. So I think it's really nice. It was good stuff. Like I think it kind of it provides more of a like public good. And in terms of like picking for headquarters, we have not been doing a public vote, like just a public vote. We haven't done it in a while, but with the new aide-de-camp position being opened, I feel that it would be smart to have a public vote. So it'll be very similarly run to how the electoral college is and everything in the United States government. So you have your public vote and the general population can vote, just so we can see who the general public of the Continental Army is in favor of as a new aide-de-camp. We'll have like discussions on weekends, like questioning, seminars and other such things such as that. So you can get to know like your top 2 candidates who get like picked after that public vote. Have a revote on just those 2 candidates, and then we'll bring it up to headquarters, and headquarters will be like the electoral college, and we'll pick as the new ADC. And of course, with that being said, if the ADC is not really putting forth as much effort as they should be, you can always move them back down, pick somebody else. It's that easy. Do one Helljack. So like, how the fuck would you do the IRL Helljack? Like, bro, please tell me. Like, yeah, I'm gonna take this off. You guys are gonna have to bring me on. Like, Oh shit, I did not mean to open this shit up. Like, but O N E 1. There you go. There's your one Helljack, bro. I got you, bro. Literally light work, bro. Looking like the Roblox characters, bro. Look at this. Oh no, wait, hang on, wait. I didn't get the animation right. Hang on. Okay. Give me a redo. Give me a redo, bro. Give me a redo, bro. Give me a redo, bro. Hang on. I gotta get the arms. Here, you ready, bro? Here, you ready, bro? 1, 2. I gotta jump away. 3. Or O-N-E. My fault. Oh, hang on. I fucked up. Gotta restart. Hang on. O. And I am 19. What the hell am I doing? It is 9 a.m. in the morning. E. Almost there, guys. One more jump. 1. Look at that. Dude, I even got the animation right, bro. You see that shit, bro? Exactly, bro. What can I say, bro? You know what? Believe it or not, I always tell people about this, and they're always like, there's no shot. Like, this is bullshit. I actually was never issued Helljacks throughout my career until I was like I was senior enlisted. Staff sergeant? Yeah. I never had to do a single Helljack throughout my whole career until I was a staff sergeant, and I had like 3, and it was because like, oh yeah, it was because some guy was screwing off in the training, and I yelled at him, and his PTS was on, so the host was like, bro, you had 3 Helljacks. Like, okay. I was like, whatever. No one really believes it though. I took a picture. General, please free rank me, sir. How fast is it, bro? He respected the jump cooldown, bro. You already know it. What's the minimum and maximum needed for a PR? Okay, so in terms of sizing, so it's very dependent on like your event. So like, let's say it depends on here's what I hear. Like, even let me explain. Depends on the event type, like amount of time that you planned it before it's being posted, and who you're up against. So like, if you're up against a big group, you're gonna want a big group of guys, right? If it's last minute planned, then like your guys gonna have time to prepare and clear up your schedules. And if it's like the event, like I said, flash raid, like big raid, a big major scale event, some like fun event, we usually get more people to show up. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, like all like their different factors. But in terms of like, like general PRs, there isn't really a minimum or maximum. If you want like a internal like raid, you're gonna want at least like, for it to even be somewhat like useful for everybody, like you'll want at least like 3 guys on each team, and even then it'll feel really slow because the map is just meant for like, you know, somewhat bigger scale battle, obviously. So it's like just sort of that Helljack, bro. Cuffs or Koofs? I still stand with Koofs, bro. I remember that MP were yelling at people for because it was insolence if you said it, so don't say it. But I still stand for Koofs, bro. Some dude just said I'm gay in the chat. Hey, bro. Who's your bullfrog? How did you not fucking do it? I don't even think the bullfrog is even in this, like, yeah, they don't even got it in here. Sad. I still think that this knife is really, yeah. This knife is really cool. Got that like little glisten to it. I must have used the ice thing and stuff. Oops, not even flesh. Well, I know they have the horse, but like the bullfrog one, like the one who I call Lieutenant Jeremy, bro. The one with the little officer hat. I call him Lieutenant Jeremy. That's just what I call him. You guys also probably noticed I changed my hat to a beret. I figured I'd give it a little something new. I've worn that same hat for ages now, so I'm like, screw it. Let's look a little bit more formal. I mean, I already put this extra little thingy on. I can't even pronounce what it's called. I mean, what's a coof? Coofs are hearing that was put there. Coofs. Yeah, I don't even know when that even started. The whole coof thing. I'm pretty sure, like, 'cause I was on Bunker Hill and I'm just sitting in my tent, yeah, as usual. And then I'm just like, I walk out and everyone's like yelling, like, cuffs or coofs. And I'm like, fucking coofs. I don't fucking know what the hell's going on. So it's just been a thing, and then people get pissed off about it. I think that shit's funny as hell. Oh wait, Roblox, I just saw your question. Thoughts on kicking feeders during raids? Obviously not great for morale, but, well, let me tell you something, Roblox. Here's my viewing on kicking people. Like, if it's a rookie, like a new guy in your reg, and you kick them, it'll be less of a morale loss if you kick them out and they don't keep feeding anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they're like, really going negative, like 5 and something, like, not too crazy, I'd leave them, give them a shot. Like, if it gets like if they're getting close to double digits or double digits and they have like 1 or 2 kills, like, I'm sorry, like, at that point, even if you're like a veteran member, everyone has all for you, right? Like, so like, I feel like, in my opinion, if you keep them around, it's just gonna make you ultimately lose, like, you have a higher risk of losing the match. And then if you lose the match, wouldn't you rather lose morale off of having to kick somebody for a low performance as opposed to have everyone pissed off from losing the match, and then have everyone also pissed off at that person for feeding during the entirety of the match? You know what I'm saying? I think you're better off statistically, like marginal equity speaking, to just kick them. Recruit section maybe. Yeah, apparently so. Clement approved of that, so yeah. 7th is full of trolls, but we're good at combat. There's a couple regiments that are kind of on that like troll boat right now. But hey, I mean, if you're good at combat, then go with it. I still gotta go to a 7th training sometime. I'll try to hit one up this weekend. I've gone to most of the regiments. I've gone to like 6 of them so far. So if I haven't visited your regiment, yeah, I'll be sure to be there. Holy fuck, we have 19 people watching. Yo, what is up, y'all? For all of you guys who are just tuning in, if you guys don't have anything going on at 10 o'clock, usually for the last 15 minutes I'll go on Bunker Hill and just like screw around and chill with you guys and get some kills. But what I'm going to do instead today, because we have so many fucking guys here, I'm going to end the stream at 10. I'll toss out a private server link and shout to this private server, and we'll do a nice little IPR if we can happen to BC together. And we can just fuck around for 30 minutes. And then the little BT's at 11 a.m. 11 till 1 p.m. at the latest. So try to go there especially. Which regiments are doing good in your opinion? As of right now, so I get asked that question a lot. Like, which regiment do you think is doing good? Which one's the best one? Which one is like doing good? Which one's struggling? So the way I'm looking at it right now is, you're gonna be like, oh, it's stupid, but I can't give you a full-hearted answer to that question, and I'll tell you why. Because we're getting close to the end of the actual school semester, so kids are starting to get out, myself included, are starting to get out of school, right? So summers are starting. So you can't really dictate much now, because we're in a period where, like, we're getting close to everything, like, really kicking in the high gear, because school's out. That means kids have more time, they have more time to spend on the game, you have less stuff going on, it's meant to break, correct? That means you have more time to spend CA related. So when summer kicks off, like, you have general higher activity, more people like get more dedicated to the group, and that's when you start to notice if regiments are doing good or not. Because then, like, if you see some of them don't have people who care about the group much over the summer, then the ones who have people that care are going to start to really speed up ahead. Like, they'll really start to take off, and you'll start to notice, like, damn, like, this regiment's kind of stripped at you. Why are they falling behind you? Like, oh, they're that unmotivated. You know what I mean? Like, even if you have just one motivated corporal in the summer, they can bang out a lot of RPs and get a lot of good stuff. In my opinion, what's going to dictate it is the recruitments over the summer, because spoke with Aaron about it. We're gonna pump out a lot of ads over the summer to get some more activity going on. Also working on some sort of system to allow militias to have some sort of engagement within the community. Um, I have a couple of ideas. I have one that I'm really leaning towards right now. I'm gonna propose it to HQ actually probably tonight or tomorrow. Then begin working on it. So we'll have militias that have some sort of capacity of involvement with youth, as well as um, making it easier to actually enlist into a regiment, because I feel like the whole enlistment process is confusing to some. There's been a lack of actual enlistments where you're eligible to be recruited in the first place. So making it easier, more friendly, and like user friendly to understand, it'll allow for more people to actually get themselves promoted through enlistment to level to be training. And no, and my idea is not a militia regiment, so don't even try to ask me that. So yes, it's all gonna depend on how they're looking at the beginning of the summer. Like the 1 or 2 weeks in the summer, you'll have a good gauge on who's struggling, who's ahead. Of which, me being, it being summer, I'm gonna have a lot of time, because you guys know, like I'm a full-time college student. I'm involved in the military, so I'm pretty much doing shit 24/7. So a lot of you guys are like, oh, Luigi's somewhat active. Like he does like these events and stuff pretty often. Well, over the summer, it's gonna be way crazier. I can tell you that right now. What's my favorite regiment? Bias, but it's 7th. That's an obvious one. I've been in there. That's the only regiment I've been in. If a BGM were to retire, who would you want to see become HQ? I vote Clement or Chris Hall, but who would you like in HQ? That's a good question. So this would be another situation of where I have a voting phase, preliminary phase, have people chat or whatever, stuff like that. But I really don't know. There's a lot of like good candidates, so I would have to get to know more about them and know about like what like they would be willing to contribute and stuff. But those 2 names you proposed are I definitely have a shot at getting the position if it were to well done. Because something else that I really like look out for is like eagerness. So like if you obviously like just like want the position but you don't see as eager as somebody else, someone who's eager is more willing to learn, more willing to adapt, more willing to take constructive criticism into effect, and they're usually more active as well. So like if you're excited about the position you can hold, then demonstrate it. You know what I mean? That kind of good stuff. What about his XO in that case? XOs and stuff. So, in my opinion, every regiment should execute a like sort of precaution just in general, because anything can happen. This goes for the military as well. What they say in the United States Army is you should always be prepared to do the duties of that of 3 ranks higher than you. Because, for example, this is real life I'm talking, not CA, but for example, if I'm on the battlefield, I'm a new guy, I'm a private, and my squad leader gets killed, right? He's shot, he's dead, like nothing left. And then my team leader is like, okay, I'm in the squad leader, he gets killed, everyone gets killed, I'm the last motherfucker. Well, I gotta be able to know what the hell I'm doing to do the duties of that squad leader, correct? You should just be prepared for that kind of stuff. With CA, that goes a long way too, because obviously people are killed, but like someone's parents might go to the hospital, someone's a loved one might pass away, a huge emergency might come up with something, or they might lose their motivation and want to take a break for a couple of weeks. Like being prepared to fulfill the duties of those ranks higher than you is crucial. So like begin developing, this goes for any COs that are here, I would recommend beginning to develop, especially your XO, in the instance that you were to go for a headquarters position or something like that. Prepare them to take on the throne, prepare them to be the red flag. As an XO, it's kind of like a training phase to be a CO. So treat it as such and ensure that they're aware of what's good and what's wrong and the kind of things that they should be doing if they want to be a successful CO. And obviously, if you need any assistance or any of that, you can contact your Brigadier General, Mason or I, and we will gladly assist you in any way, shape, or form if possible. The question though, which regiment's training was the most entertaining to attend? So out of the ones I've attended, I would probably have to give it so far to Rifles. Because Rifles, oh my god, I went to theirs yesterday, dude, I was dying the whole time. They were cracking some funny ass jokes. It was pretty funny. Rifles definitely, they have a lot of like people that are more my age, like older people too. So like they were able to relate to some stuff. Like there were some college guys I was talking to in there as well. So it was kind of nice to get to kind of like talk to some people who were more my age. Because generally speaking, most people in the CA are going to be about like 15, 16, maybe even a little bit younger, like 14. 14 to like 17 is like the usual age for most people in the group, but me being 19, I'm a little bit older. Not that I'm, 2 years older than the average, but like when you're 19, I'm not in high school atmosphere, I'm in the college level atmosphere. So it's a whole different ballgame and you learn more stuff about life. So, stuff like that. Which candidates are you thinking of for HQ? Just curious, though. So I don't really have any potential candidates. I base it completely off who ends up applying. So I'll probably have some sort of application to apply to be, for example, the new ADC. I'll take a look at them, put all those names on a form, have like some sort of like Q&A, like questioning phase, where like we can have an event on the weekend, have all the people who signed up to run for the position hop on, the public can ask them questions and stuff, and then from there, um, I'll put all the candidates on a voting sheet, and everyone can vote, and the top 2 people who got voted will make it to the next phase, which will be like those like head-to-head. So it's like presidency, like the main 2 candidates butting heads for a little while, go for a week or 2, and then the final person will be chosen. That's how I have it structured as of right now, anyway. So people I think for HQ, I don't really look at anybody's HQ because regimental duties and headquarters duties are completely separate. Like you could be a great ass CEO and a really shitty general. Like some of the skills go hand in hand. Like if you're a good leader, that's good. If you establish firm command presence, that's good. Like that's universal. But like in terms of the duties and stuff, I can't really go to and jump to any big conclusions because the duties are so much different. Like when I first became a general, um, I thought I was a good CEO. I was like, I'm a pretty good CEO. I think I'm a good general. Like for the first week, I was lost. I had a shit bag. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But then eventually, I was able to pick it up. So like, some people, for instance, don't usually follow that path. Like they might be a phenomenal CEO, like win a bunch of these fucking trophies, have all these medals, and they become a general. They just don't have the motivation. They don't quite like the duties they have. They get overwhelmed easily. It's mostly a mental thing being a headquarters, like the time management, talking to people. I get about an average of 500 PMs a day, so I try to respond to them as quickly as I can. But like that kind of stuff eventually like starts eating at your brain. It's just oh my goodness, like what am I supposed to do here? So like I guess one main skill I look for are people who have like the mentality and like I said, eagerness goes along as well. If you're eager, then they'll be like, oh, work hard, prove I'm working here, and then representing yourself well. So anyone who follows those 3 traits, I consider a good candidate. From there on out, I can determine who's a great candidate and is definitely questionable. I think it's absolutely amazing when we team members. It makes everyone a fair chance. Yeah, Steve. I try to make, like I said, like that's the way I run. I'm very democratic based. I run this very similarly to how like government stuff systems are run or such things. I just think it works. It's a more innovative approach to how things because like a lot of it's just like handpicked. Like, that's how Platt did it. That's how Platt did it. Like that's how I got to be a pretty good general before I had retired and came back down. I was handpicked like by him. I was just like, here, you want it? And I was like, what was saying no for the longest time is I thought I wanted to stay in 7th forever, and I tried it. I love it. And now here I am now in this pretty wicked uniform. It's pretty cool. But yeah, no, like if you guys are definitely interested, when those applications drop, 10 out of 10 recommend sending up for it. Since summer for some people, my summer starts early. I have 2 weeks left. With this week be counting as the last one. This week and the following, I'll be back on Tuesday. I'll probably have the applications done out not this weekend, but the following. I want to get some of the filled out spots as quickly as possible because I know it's going to take a while for the regular commence. So I want to get that stuff like set up. But yeah. But yeah, good stuff. We were asking a lot of like just general questions. It's very, that's the thing I like about this leadership ads. It's like you just ask whatever the hell you want. You know what I mean? This is basically like the equivalent of me having to respond to all your guys' DMs and stuff. I'm thinking about starting a like pairing up and working together with the CA media team because one of my buddies in real life actually is an editor. Maybe that's what he's 7th in college. He's actually in 7th, for any people in 7th. He was moved a while back. He was in X Elliott. He's a good guy. He's an ROTC as well. He's also joined the military. He's studying film production. So I'm probably gonna look at him. Actually, might be. I'm trying to get it back into the media team, and from there he's gonna like edit like a little live stream, like a not like this, obviously, like a news thing, like a daily news thing, like keep it up with HQ is what I'll probably call it. Or like, you know what I mean? Something stupid like that. And it's just like the daily news of what's going on in CA. You guys can tune in and watch these episodes whenever it is that come by. And stuff like that. I just think it'd be kind of interesting. Bro, why is your username? I just realized how long your username is. Poem Killer Games, Poem. Dude, I can't even. Fuck. That's a lot of letters. Too many letters for me to comprehend. Yeah, it's at 10 o'clock we'll do that. CAY.IPR. Let me see. I'll make a ping about it and I'll just end the stream. You can hop into these teams. We can just use like the like the RT chats. Like we can use RT2 and RT3 for the different teams. Just do whatever. That's probably what I'll end up doing. It's easier that way. Whose username? Your username. Your freaking YouTube one. Poem the Killer Games, Poem Master the Killer Games. Crazy. Chance though, rep RT Well, see, the good thing is like most like they'll use RT1 most of the time, so like if you just rate RT2, RT3, you know, I don't feel like making a fucking channel just for this one thing. See what I mean? It's all about adapting and overcoming. See, you could just go right there as a leader. Use the resources you got. Do what you can do. I did notice after attending those trainings, this rifle is very, very underrated. I went to most rifles and GMP IPRs, and I did pretty dominantly. Like you can literally kill people. Like they were saying, I was like, can you really kill people cross map? They said yes, and you in fact can. You can. I even was up here, and I had even shot a guy in the spawn, killed him from like halfway across the hill. I couldn't kill him, so I can do it again. Yeah, it was kind of an eye opener to me. Like it really made me realize like just how much like distance these rifles really have and how powerful they really are. People who are like against rifle regiments, my infantry guys, whoever the hell else you may be, definitely recommend being very careful and keeping yourself in good cover, because holy shit, like that shit was surprising me how far you could shoot from. Let's see if I can get it. Hey! I definitely did not hit that, but okay, I guess I hit him in the foot or something. Rifles are 37 to 1 KDR once I got next to those rifles are deadly as hell. Yeah, they are. And it's like, since you're shooting from this far away, the reload is just like, holy hell. And like I said, everyone's like, oh, the rifles are so overpowered, whatever. So I gotta go higher. Again, I'm confused though. Rifles thing. But, I think that the reason that rifles like just appear so dominant is like, it's like this is all open. Like the fact that I can even see him from this far away is ridiculous. Like the map is very, 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 very friendly for long distance weapon systems, and like infantry struggle a lot. I believe infantry struggle because they don't have a method of like faster movement other than slow arms, and it's like it's very difficult to actually push because you're inevitably going to cross an open area. So like the main thing is just like, oh well, dragoons have carbines and they have forces to at least like have some sort of way of counteracting that. I killed him right there. I believe I saw him on his phone. Maybe not. I was in Damn. Okay. I wonder how I killed that one guy. I must have hit him like. Cause I was up a little bit closer. I was up like here. But yeah, I used this little ridge right here and I was shooting. Yeah. Pretty sure it took me 2 shots to kill him. I was trying to kill him right here. Also, I counted trees. Did you actually count those trees? Oh my god. 368 trees in the map. Goddamn. And see, and like you gotta think, like going back to what I said, it's a very open map. Like that's it. There's a total of one building, and it's that building. The rest is all just trees and landscapes and stuff, which is like, in my opinion. There you go. I got him that time. Yeah. So that was where you gotta shoot from. Like, look at that distance. Like, homie is a little speck over there, and you can kill with 2 shots from this distance. Like. Now try to do that with a musket. It would take a whole 10 guys to hit the target once, of which it'll do a third of the damage. Like you have to really bullet dodge and really use cover. I feel like the best strategy for overtaking a rifle regiment as muskets is definitely gonna be like the element of surprise and like baiting, and definitely like using a bait man to bait as many shots out of it as you can. It's like if you're gonna try and lead out a push, you're gonna have to get most of their guys to shoot, because then you can at least try and exploit as much of that increased reload time as you can. You know what I'm saying? Like literally abuse the shit out of that, make them work for it. Is the IPR starting? It's gonna start in 15 minutes. Go. What are your top 3 regiments? 7th Rifles regiments. And probably 3rd, because like they just enthuse me. Like I don't know how the fuck. Okay, someone is I gotta talk to 3rd how to use these, because I really want to use these cannons. I have no clue. Like I look at the tool menu and I give myself these tools and I'm like, I don't know. Give me a swab worm thing. I need like a match or something, right? Short match. Just like a slow match. Okay, let's see. Like give me a. So this is for the howitzer. Let's try to do that. Do I have to like clean this or anything? Okay, shell. Fuse length. Okay, just put it in. I need to probably swab it. Okay. But then where the fuck? How do I click to like get on it? I got this far, but now how do I get like where I can actually, or do I just use this? Like how do I aim it? Any artillery people in here can help me out with this damn thing? Shell ready. It's ready. I just have no clue how the fuck to clicking it everywhere, bro. End of that like circle at the end. This thing, this little circle right here. I have to have something equipped. This black, oh, this one right here. I'm clicking everywhere, bro. Maybe like I have to like have like a some sort of tool or something. Yes. Okay. Do I have to have something out? Gov's trying to help me out. I'm terrible at this damn thing. I just like to hold the slow map. It's cool. Put all the smoke everywhere. Wait, no, it's like, okay, God, you're good, you're good. I'm so terrible with it. Here, let me try and shoot one of these. I'm trying to shoot this here. Okay, I know how to do this. Correct, okay. I just want to shoot it. I don't even care if it's not even aimed or anything. I just want to shoot it. I'm guessing I have to look at my DMs. Okay, I guess you probably told me what to do. Oh, this little bulby thingy. This thing doesn't do nothing. I'm not sure. Okay, well, I guess I'm just not fit to be artillery. But yeah, definitely some pretty cool stuff. I'm gonna go to private server and try a little. Okay, you do that. We need a rocket artillery site. The cool death rocket thingy ladders. Those are sick. I do like cool death tech. Yeah, cool death tech is pretty smooth. The missile launchers with the missile artillery are cool. I think they're called. Pretty sure they're called missile ladders, and they're like not very accurate, but they go over a long distance. It's pretty much like don't have anything equipped. It's pretty much like an old time firework is basically what that was, but it was just, you know, that's fucking weird, man. Look at everything. Damn. Alright. Well, I'm just stupid then. And I bet you use howitzers in the raid. Those fire gala kills, yeah. The artillery, like that's what I like about like the different tools and stuff, and why I'm very against like during season matches restricting regiments from using their tools. Is it's like that's what makes the regiment different than the other ones, right? Like that's what makes a rifle regiment different than the infantry one is that they have a different weapon, right? Like if I restricted that, that'd be stupid. And plus, it provides a whole different concept like of leadership for the CA, because it requires you to like think, okay, this is a different reg. I have to like lead against it, and more like productive. You know what I mean? Like I have to alter how I'm leading to cater to how, like what weapon system that they've got, which I think is a cool system. I think so anyway. If these three officers applied for headquarters, Clem, Zam, and Deathblaze, who would have the highest chance of actually being HQ alive? For real. I'm just a fan of those three people. Don't judge law. You're good. Well, I would have to analyze their activity first. Have to see like the experiences they've got, any documentative. I just started real bad. Any like documentative work they've done. So like if they're good at making spreadsheets, if they're good at making documents, because the ADC is a very document-based job. Like that. Like that's just what general staff is very document-based. I don't know much about them all personally. The one I know most personally is probably Deathblaze because he was in CA. All right, in 7th. You have to go in first person for the cannon. Okay, try it again. But yeah, I would have to like spend some more time to figure it out. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's try to shoot this thing. Let's watch it. Oh shit, yo. Blow up. Did it already blow up? I said like I guess I just that bad with it though. There we go. I got shot a cannon, guys. Isn't that crazy? Let's smoke this thing. Okay, I shoot this one too. Yeah, too easy. Boom. So cool. I love watching it hit the ground. Oh, there it is. There's the cannonball. Very bright. Holy moly, that's bright ass smoke. God dang. I'm guessing you have to like worm it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Gotta love the good old worm. Yeah, and my actual ROTC, I'm in like the honors like program thing for it. So it's kind of you have to learn the slow match. Okay. I'm a little further out. We got like 10 more minutes until the little PR thing before I do the PR thing. But yeah, like we get to fire like a mock cannon, like football games, like if our team gets a touchdown and stuff, we get to do like all stuff. I think it's really cool. So I guess you have to click on this. So you have to light it with a slow match. How do you light it? I want to light you, bitch. Light with a slow match. Well, I guess I suck. I have to like. Oh. Oh shit! I put a canister in there. That's cool though. I didn't even know that's what the slow match did. That's kind of sick actually. Alright, I'm gonna go. It was fun. If you ever find out which officer's behind this account, you're gonna be surprised. Thanks for the info. Appreciate it. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I was gonna say I have no clue who you actually are, so I'm curious. You have to put the length for a bigger time. Okay. Give me this real quick. Let's try this. We're gonna try this. I'm gonna get this shit. Look at this. I'm getting a little training on my own. Let's see, if I'm gonna go to a third training, I want to go at least know how these things work. Let's increase this by like a lot. Okay, let's try that. For like 8 seconds or something. Ram it in there. Okay. And then like this. Okay. Does it just make it last longer to shoot actually? Still canister. Am I putting canister shells in there? Where's big blue? These are the 5-inch ones, yeah. I don't really care. That's cool though. I like that though. That's cool. That you can like time it and stuff. Because then it's like if people are charging up, you can like light it and let it sit there on its own and then move back and just, you know, keep telling everything. Pretty sick stuff. You blow it yourself? Yeah, I figured. Okay, let's. I might as well announce this. Let's do it. Might as well start rallying up for it. Copy this link to the server I'm on. Figure. Copy this. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna throw a ping in here. I will be in the forum BC for anyone who's watching this. And we can start getting in. Okay. There's no point in me keeping the stream up, so you might as well just finish. It'll be just a short IVR. So I will see you guys in that voice channel and forum. Thank you guys for watching this leadership stream. Other stuff. I won't lead it all. I have other people lead. I can judge your leadership, your combat leadership. So it'll be all volunteer. So, rare. Okay.